Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Wake up, wake up, it's time to rise and sing the praise of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's time to rise, to sing, to shout, to bring him all your heart. He'll do the bigger part, if you will only make a start.
It will only take 7 minutes for us to know the role of a desert cactus plant. Now, it's time to start God's inspirational devotional. This is your online inspirational evangelist, Brother Noy Gonzaga, and this is the 7 Minutes with God. Biologists studied the fact that cactus family, which we plurally know as cacti, have a great viability in desert existence. In short, they can exist well in deserts. While many plants tried to survive and thrive in this kind of environment, but all of them withered to termination and died. Well, that is of course except for the cactus. Before going any farther, let us first tune in our hearts to a great Bible gem found in Matthew 24:13, and it says, "Those who endure until the end will surely be delivered." Friends, the verse talks about endurance. The more we persevere, the better will be the chance that we will know the deeper truth. That is why, if truth emerge in the most unlikeliest easy way, check for its authenticity, because most of the time, it may have questions. Many people choose not to notice cactus plants when they are in the common grounds, or just in the pervasive environment, or in our backgrounds, our backyards. Well, who would like to associate with a thorny plant that is not really gorgeous but hazardous? However, let us try to analyze, why can a cactus survive in the desert? Well, friends, there are 3 reasons. Number 1, it has deep roots that protrude downward for absorption of water. Number 2, its stem is covered with waxy thread to hold water. And number 3, it has leaves that look like spines that prevent transpired water loss. Meaning, cactus can hold water even in the presence of heat. Friends, if you noticed, cactus survived the desert condition because it has specialized mechanisms to address the pressing concerns. And that concern has something to do with dehydration and heat. A common plant cannot withstand heat and dehydration in the desert. The desert is compared to the world of trials and tribulations if we are talking about our spiritual lives. This is not a normal world. The challenges in faith is greater than what is expected to be in the declarative setup. If we act like common plants in the desert of temptations and sins, we will easily be dismantled and be blown away. That is why we need to be like the cactus. How? Number 1, we need to have deep Christian roots of understanding our religious and divine stance, specifically and especially when dealing with faith issues. Number 2, we need to have credible stems that can provide inspiration which in low and in sloping times will give us joy. These are our internal trainings, product of our doctrinal learnings, and in observational faith enrichment. This is the stem of our faith. Number 3, we need to have leaves that can be seen by others, as this will be used as the tool for witnessing, so that our strength will not only be inward, but also external blessing to others. Now, friends, How about talking about the importance of a cactus plant? How important is a cactus plant in a desert? Well, should there be shortage of water along the desert travel, cactus can provide water, which can be a signal of hope, for water in the desert is a sign of survival and triumph. Without water, and you're at the middle of a desert travel, you might as well faint and die. That is how important cactus as a plant will be in desert structures. As Christian missionaries of God, in this desert we call the sin-sick world, we cannot just thrive to be ordinary Christians. Because for sure, in the experience of challenges along the way, these ordinary or common missionaries or common Christians will just be eliminated like a common plant in a hot desert. We need to be Christians with the strength and conviction of a cactus. A cactus who's not only self-propagating in faith but also becomes the source of inspiration to travelers in this desert we called world. How? By becoming a temporary source of water or hope for them to continue aiming for heaven. To survive this struggle-filled world, wherein sin is a great adversary, we cannot just be ordinary plants or ordinary people. We need to be cactuses. We need to be a group of cacti. We need to be people with a cactus heart, so that we will not only be steadfast in our faith, but also, as always, available to support others in their connection with God. Cactus, or cacti in the plural form, in the desert are God's miracle plant. Cacti men and women, like you and me, are God's miracle maker in this grievous world. Yes, we are God's miracles. Friends, it took a miracle to let God use a simple but faithful man like you and me.
Here's a great song. Sing along with me. My Father is omnipotent, and that you can't deny. A God of might and miracles, 'tis written in the sky. It took a miracle to put the stars in place. It took a miracle to hang the world in space. But when He saved my soul, cleansed and made me whole, it took a miracle of love and grace. Though here His glory has been shown, we still can't fully see the wonders of His might. His throne will take eternity. It took a miracle to put the stars in space. It took a miracle to hang the world in space. But when He saved my soul, cleansed and made me whole, it took a miracle of love and grace. The Bible tells us of His power and His wisdom all the way through, and every little bird and flower are testimonies too. It took to hang the world in space. But when he saved my soul, he cleansed and made me whole. It took a miracle of love and grace.
Yes, it took a miracle to put the stars in place. This is always a reminder that we have a powerful God. To all of us who will become cactus plants of God's ministry, His will be done. To all of us who are still common plants in the desert of sin, it's high time to become a cactus for the finishing of God's great work here on earth. Friends, that was the 7 minutes with God, and I hope we will develop a Christian cactus attitude and mindset so that we can always do what God wants us to do. God bless everyone.
Wake up, wake up. It's time to rise and sing the praise of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's time to rise, to sing, to shout, to bring.
Wake up! Wake up!